choosing one. This is a word for the choosing one. You made the right decision. You made the right choice. If you chose to follow Jesus' path, then you are choosing one and therefore chosen one. So choosing one, don't dismay, don't be discouraged when things start to fall apart, when your friends start to desert you, when people that you never expected start betraying you, leaving you. That's normal. Just trust. Choosing one. You will get what you wish for. You will not be alone. When you choose to follow Jesus, you will have the comfort of Jesus. John 14:15. If you love me, keep my commandments, and I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. So choosing one, don't dismay, he's sending you a comforter. This is a word he gave me today for the choosing ones. He will send you a comforter. He's coming. The comforter, he or she is coming. Just keep the path, keep on the path. Don't stray away. Don't be afraid. Follow through. You see, friendship is the basis for any relationship. Friendship is unconditional love. That's where it starts, unconditional love. This is why Jesus says in John 15:12, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. You are my friends, if you do whatever I command you. I no longer call you servants, for a servant does not know what his master does, but I call you friends, for everything that I have heard from my Father have I made known to you." So you see here, Jesus shows you that friendship is the basis for everything, is unconditional love. Because if you are a friend to someone, then you will want to share your most treasured secrets, your most treasured knowledge. You will want them to develop. And friendship is rare, like I said. That's why friendship is such a rare thing. Because people are afraid, because people are egoistic. They they want to keep power. They want to keep knowledge for themselves so that they have more power. You see, friendship is a very important thing. It's something which I always valued a lot in my life. And it's always been very hard to find. Since I'm a child, I've been fighting demons. I've been fighting so much. Since I'm a child, and I've been fighting all by myself. All my fights I've done alone. All of them. I've been on the streets. I've been through so much. I will eventually tell you about it when I find the courage or the words for it. But I've always been in that situation where I was by myself, because the people I most trusted, the people who I should most trust, in my life. They were the ones betraying me. They were the ones throwing me onto the streets, trying to kill me. Recently, for example, after 5 years after 2 operations, chemotherapy and this and that, I was working somewhere and I didn't want to. I just wanted to be in a farm, near the earth, near nature, to heal myself. But I had to work, so I was doing sales somewhere in Scotland. And I had met someone who I had as a friend, and she kept calling me, she kept sending messages, come away, because I told her this is not what I want, I really don't feel like pushing things to people and this and that. I don't want to do this anymore. Come. She had a big house, I have enough space, you can stay with me, or as long as you want, you can be free, So eventually I decided to come and stay in her house, and I was there for a year or so, and for 4 months ago, for example, I decided to, because I was smoking and doing normal things, and I had it planned already anyway. It's just that I never got to it after operations, therapy, and going from back and forth streets. During this time I was put on the street on Easter Sunday, for example, I'll tell you about it another time. And now I thought, okay, this person, she's my friend. Friendship is something that which I cherish, but it's very rare. So, it's very rare to find a friend. So it's always been very difficult for me, even though I am a friend to many others. Anyway, but I thought, okay, I will eventually do this now. I had it planned, so I stopped smoking, drinking any alcohol, nothing, so that I could join God's army, because it's time to fight now. And during this time, this was like 4 months ago, during this time, I did see things like many other times in my life, but I'm telling you about this story now, like demons and this and that, trying to provoke me, trying to knock me off the path. And I did tell her about these things, and she didn't believe in demons. But she had statues of saints and this and that at home, but in demons she didn't believe anyway, it doesn't matter. Because I know I've been through this many times, I've, much worse moments in my life, and I could identify, I knew what kind of things were going to happen. So I called her one day, I said, listen, I need to talk to you. From now on, there's going to be strange things happening in my life, there's going to be things happening that they don't seem normal, they won't be normal, and they're difficult to understand. And I just need a friend, I just need someone to be with me, by my side, really stand by me, because I never had anyone to stand by me in these fights. Never. Since I'm a child, since I was 5, 6, I've been having these kinds of fights, all by myself. And so I thought, okay, a friend, finally maybe, will you stand by me? She didn't quite understand it, but... So then 1 month later, she asks me to leave. I thought, okay. Because she was expecting something else from me, and I was always honest to people, to her, to everyone. I always tell them what to expect, what my intentions are, what I want. And what I wanted was a friend. But anyway, she said, you have to leave. I said, okay. So I didn't argue, I didn't say anything, because I was expecting things like that. I was just hoping that This time I would have a friend to stand by me. But no. So I came to work and I was avoiding it. She knows I have no chance. I have no money to pay for a rent. I have no money to pay for 2-3 months rent in advance. Nothing. But still I didn't say anything. I said, okay. I said, do you want me to leave now? I would. I'm not afraid of being on the streets, on the car, whatever. I've done it. Until the end of the month she wanted. So I came to work and I was staying away until midnight, so in order not to bother anyone, not to disturb anyone, because even though I never did anything wrong, on the contrary, she's always told me until that moment, you've been to me like no one has ever been. You've done things to me that no one has ever done, and I will always cherish you. I'll always be your friend, no matter where you go, no matter what you do. I'll always be by your side. She's always told me this, because I always had respect for her and everyone anyway. And so I stood away, and one day she sends a message trying to provoke me, I don't know what. So I said, listen, if you're looking for an argument, look somewhere else. And she called me, and I told her, what is it? I mean, do you want me to leave now? I can leave now, right now. I'll sleep in the car, I don't mind. I told her, I have no money, I can't do anything. But I'll leave now if you want, don't worry about me. If you're worried, don't worry. God is with me, so I'm fine. Everything is fine as long as I have God. And she did apologize. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have to, you can wait until you have money, I'll wait until summer and this and that. I asked her, just talk to God, please. Just do me that favor and talk to him. Anyway, she said that, so next day I was home, I made dinner and everything. And 1 week later, this is at the end of the month, she said, well, you told me to speak to God, and I did, and I need peace, so I need you to go. I said, do I bring anything else other than peace? But and I know what she means, because whatever, doesn't matter. But I didn't argue. I said, okay. So, and someone had spoken to someone who knew someone who was selling a house, and in that moment then I talked to them, and this person said, yeah. She talked to me and said, yeah, I've sold the house. You can stay there for a couple of months for very small, for a small amount of money. So that's where I am right now. And there was nothing in the house, absolutely nothing, not even a washing machine. And I told her, look, the next day straight away I said, listen, I found something, there's nothing in there and this and that. She said, oh, no worries, you can bring your stuff and wash it here. She was, I don't know. So the next day I left, and she said, oh, can you leave the key there already? I said, okay. So I left, and 2 days later I sent a message, and she had blocked me from everywhere. Why? Because she otherwise she can't cope with it. But regardless, you see, it takes courage. It takes courage to follow Jesus' path. It takes courage to be a friend. Even to be a friend takes courage. And this is a message for the choosing ones. Don't be discouraged. This is nothing to me. I've been through a lot worse, I'll tell you in the future. But if this is new for you, don't be discouraged. Rejoice. God is with you. Jesus will be with you. He will comfort you. And if you are alone, as long as you abide by him, like he says in it's actually John, what is it? Yeah, John 14, verse 15, something like this. Where he says, he will send you a comforter.